Are y'all glad this show is over? Because I'm glad this show is over. I'm so glad this show is over. All right, y'all. Love and Marriage Detroit, Season 1, Episode 10, Wish Upon a Star Factory. I'm Tammy. This is Tammy Talks. If you have not already, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, all right? First things first, Brandon is still at therapy with his mom. So, Brandon's biggest, or the issue he's tackling now, what he's kind of feeling is happening with his mom, is that towards in his father's last days, his last years, Brandon said that his father always felt that Brandon was too busy for him. And that's something that he feels like is happening with his mom now. So he said that his dad will call him and would say, I know you're super busy, I know you don't have a lot of time, and would kind of ask him or get what he needs from him, and then will rush him off the phone. And Brandon feels that that's something that he kind of puts on people. So it's something that he's doing within himself, that he's exuding to people, that he's so busy he doesn't have time, or that's just how he makes people feel. So he doesn't want that to happen with his mom while she's still here and while they are able to, build a better relationship and work on their communication a little bit better. His mom said that she has tried to talk to him. She said, remember, I had the voting signature thing, and she was like, I called him and he never responded, never said anything about it. So, like, I've tried to have conversations with you. Brandon feels their conversations are transactional. He's like, I don't care about the voting thing, but maybe why she was, doing it would matter. And it's like, well, Brandon, if she's talking to you about it, that's up to you, or it can be up to you to take that step further and then ask her about it. So what is this really for? What are you doing this for? What, you know what I mean? Like, I just kind of feel like Brandon, because he is somebody that grew up without structure and didn't have to I'm gonna say conversate, Lord, didn't have to converse and does not have the greatest communication. He kind of expects things to be handpicked and placed in his lap. That's what that is. Because we can say that, yes, his mother should not have, stopped parenting, stopped talking to him when he was 5 and turned over and didn't want to talk to her then. But at the same time, like, what your issues are, Brandon. And Brandon does seem like, he's a very passive person. He's very passive aggressive. We've seen how he interacts with the people on the cast. So Brandon is a person that when people are saying something to him or something he doesn't care about, or that he can't handle it, doesn't want to be confronted about it, he does seem like he's the type of person that's just like, oh well, whatever, I don't want to deal with this. So like the therapist said, you are going to have to take some self-work, because his mom said that, there are people that talk to their parents every single day. She knows that that's not going to happen, and she's okay with that. Brandon then said that he's okay with not talking to anybody every single day. That's an issue because you're married and you have kids. You have small kids at that. You don't have adult children. So the therapist lets him know that the issues that he's having with his mom are spilling into communication issues with his wife and then ultimately his daughters. So get it together and put it down. Work on it. Fix this. Fix this. So Christina finally has this event at her parade that we have been hearing about. Kobe shows up, and I don't know what was going on with Kobe's ponytail, but it looked like she didn't braid the weave correctly into her hair, because it was a disconnect. So Kobe gets there, and I don't know if I should be here because I didn't get to do the collaboration. And it's like, girl, stop it. Go on up in there because you're there because you have to film the scene. Latoya comes because she wants to network for opulence, but she was too busy being in Christina and Kobe's business. So Christina comes over. Thanks to ladies for coming. Bravo's wife is there as well. And she's like, especially you, Kobe, I know it's big for you to come. This didn't come out the way that you wanted it to. Didn't come out the way that you wanted it to, but I'm glad that you were able to still come and support, and we worked through that. Latoya is like, so maybe we can collaborate in the future. And it's kind of like, and I'm going to keep saying it, and I know a lot of y'all don't like Brandon and Christina. Fine. But Latoya has interjected herself into mess and into drama all season for somebody that says that she doesn't like drama. Why are you like, why would you even say that right now? Why do you care if Kobe and Christina collaborate? What's it to you? I don't understand that. So they both kind of look at her and they're like, maybe in the future. Kobe's like, yeah, maybe we can do something in fashion, like Christina mentioned before. So somebody mentioned that Kobe has more followers than Christina on Instagram. Y'all do know, and I have no proof of this, whatever. But a lot of those followers could have come from the first couple episodes where there are a lot of people that like Kobe more than they like Christina. So a lot of these followers that she have could have come from the show. Who knows? But the number of followers you have does not mean that your engagement is automatically better either. You can look here on YouTube and you can look at somebody's subscriber count and then look at their views. Just because you might have 70,000 views, I mean 70,000 subscribers on a channel doesn't mean that your views are going to automatically just be better and have better engagement. You know what I mean? I'm a smaller channel. I have like 15,000 subscribers. For certain shows, I do get more views than people that have triple, quadruple the amount of subscribers that I have too. So it's not always the amount of your following. Sometimes it really does come down to the engagement. So Latoya then said that they should work with some food bloggers. Don't nobody want to work with you in opulence. I mean, because let's be real, Latoya. If ask Kobe, Kobe helped you take a couple of pictures. She had you hold your hand out with the grapes at the vineyard. Like, I don't know. I don't like Latoya. I don't. I don't like Dr. Latoya, and I certainly don't like her reunion look either. I didn't like that. So Christina and Brandon are at Starfactory. It's the final rehearsal before this showcase. And Nisha comes in to do her rehearsal. Christina thought that she would have come dressed a little better with the looks and, to put on as a performer, but she said that's fine. So she sings her song. Christina was like, it sounds good, but you need some texture to your voice. Does a little run, runs up a scale a little bit. And it's like, Christina, you just wanted to show that girl that you can sing. You just want to show that girl that you can sing. But I don't know if I like that song, but we'll see what happens. We get Russell and Kobe. Russell said that in regards to the gym, that the finance person at the gym is not being responsive, not getting back to them with the numbers and stuff like that. He feels that that is a red flag and he doesn't want to buy the gym anymore. I don't think Russell was ever going to buy a gym. I think that was just a storyline so that they could distract from the obvious communication issues that they have. Right? They didn't want to talk about the divinity school situation because Kobe keeps saying they have terrible, terrible communication. We need to work on this, all this other type of stuff, but we're not seeing it. So I think the gym was a distraction storyline so we didn't get to the root of Kobe and Russell's real issues. Latoya and Anthony have a scene where they talk about support, and I feel like, again, Latoya and Anthony, I think they are people who, as well, are. I think that they are doing the same thing as Kobe and Russell. Like, I think that they are using Brandon and Christina as their storyline to get away from stuff really happening in their life. You know what I mean? For this to be opulence, we still ain't seen you do no like real work for opulence. Yes, you went and toured a vineyard, right? I get that. But we're not seeing her strategize. Like we're just not like I said before, we didn't see any of these people work. Christina's event at her parade was the most we've seen any of these people work. Let's be real, we ain't seen Kobe do nothing. We have not seen Kobe do anything. We haven't even seen Kobe sit at home and take some pictures. The most that we can tell about Kobe being an influencer is I feel like there's always a tripod and a ring light strategically in her scenes. But like we're not seeing any of these people work. But they talk about support, and Latoya wants Anthony to know that she supports him as much as he supports her. Blah blah blah. It's this conversation that we have seen them have almost every single episode. Get a real storyline. Get a real storyline. Y'all want to be main characters. Y'all want to have main character energy. Get a real storyline. So then we finally get to the showcase. Where was this at? I don't know Detroit, but where was this at? Because this little makeshift. Anthony tells Christina she's the star of Starfactory. He's being messy unnecessarily. Nigel gets there. She's late. She's hot. She's rushed. She's nervous. She asked where the stage was. I said, girl, right there with the damn microphones. She asked where the thing was. Christina wants to put on her sneakers so she can move around a little bit better. Brandon was like, no. Image is important. Christina said, I am not about to break my damn neck out here walking around in some heels for you. So where is your image? If you thought image was everything, you'd cut that hair. You thought image was everything, you would look better. Brandon looks sloppy a lot of the times to me. But hey. So, like Reek shows up and Brandon is over. He ain't even supposed to be here. Like, he's so mad that like Reek was up in the VIP with them. So he speaks to Christina and Brandon just walks away. Like immediately, just boom. And I kind of feel like I just think that Brandon is a beta male, and because Brandon is he's not an alpha, he's not very direct, he's not very blunt, he's not, he's not confrontational. That's the word. So because he's not, I feel like we see Brandon running away from scenes, and that's why he gets into all these arguments. So Nyjah gets on stage, and she did okay. It wasn't overly great. It wasn't overly bad. It was just okay. It was just okay. She made me nervous because she got up there and let her hair down, and I'm like, It looked like she was lip syncing for a little bit of it too, but maybe not. So Kobe is being messy. Does he do choreography? Is that him standing behind, like teaching her how to dance? I know that y'all have been doing a lot of the comparisons to comparisons. I'm so tired, y'all. Y'all have been doing a lot of comparisons to Huntsville. We know that Christina and Brandon are Mel and Martell. Kobe and Russell, I think they're like Tisha and Marceau. I know a lot of people give them Maurice and Kimmy. I think Anthony, I don't know. Because I feel like no. Kobe and Russell are definitely Maurice and Kimmy, because I feel like Kobe is definitely a throw the stone, hide your hand type of person. Like, why are you being messy? Like, I just kind of feel like we only saw Brandon's artist for one, and every artist they were like throwing stuff at. This what Brandon does to help. This what Brandon does to help. What was Anthony's purpose? What was Anthony's purpose at the show? What did Anthony do? Who was Anthony's squad? Where was Anthony's people? I guess. Like Rick asked Christina why she isn't singing. She said, why would I? I'm not an artist. He tells her that he will produce a song for her. He was like, run it by hubby so we can get this all together. Christina said she might, get back into singing, whatever the case. So Brandon comes over, and Christina wants Lyrique and Brandon to sort out these issues, right? She met him when he was Sean. So he was like, that's how long I've been knowing you, seniority. And it's like, stuff like that, not too much. Stuff like that, I feel, is disrespectful. So Brandon has said that Lyrique has been poaching his clients. Lyrique said that his star doesn't have to rise by diminishing others. He's like, so I haven't been poaching any of your artists. I don't even know where you got that from. Brandon said, well, I guess we'll never know the truth, which is kind of Brandon's always his go-to, his MO. I wonder if Brandon ever really did hear that Lyrique was poaching his artists. I wouldn't be surprised if Brandon was lying about that. I wouldn't. I would not be surprised if Brandon was lying about that and was just kind of saying that so that Christina wouldn't work with Lyrique because he's intimidated by Lyrique. But they agreed to go have a conversation, I guess, off screen about it so that they can, iron out their issues. And then Lyrique wants to make Christina a star. Okay. So then Anthony, we get the group all at the end. They're sitting around talking, everybody's going through. I learned so much this year. We have come together as friends this year. All the bull they talk until they get to the reunion and they hate each other. So Anthony asks, where does his friendship stand with Brandon? Brandon said, we're brothers, but how many times am I gonna have to dodge your arrows? Anthony just kind of laughed it off. Did y'all notice that? Did y'all catch that? He just kind of laughed it off. It was never, there's no arrows with you, man. We're good. It wasn't any of that. It was very odd. Very odd. Next week is the reunion. It looks like it's going to be the Thompsons and the Harrises versus the Smiths, and Kobe's mad that she hasn't talked to Christina since filming, and LaToya thinks that she's fake, and they're calling Christina manipulative, and all this, the typical reunion shenanigans. The reunion might be better than the actual season was. We'll find out. I'm sure they'll have a season 2, which they don't need to. But let me know what you guys thought about the episode. If you have not already subscribed to the channel, thumbs up the video. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.